Tracy here. Today we're going to talk about describing words, and I actually have my dog that's joining me, but she's kind of hard to see. So I'm going to see if I can move my computer, and if you're able to see her, there she is. And actually, since we're talking about describing words, we're going to talk about things that we can describe about Janie. Her name is Janie. And so I could actually say that she is brown, and she's getting a little white here. She's getting old. And she is, do you think she's a big dog or a little dog? I know it's hard to tell from our video, but what do you think? You're right. She is a big dog. And you know what? When I touch her, do you think she feels soft or hard? You're right. She feels pretty soft. Now, granted, her head's a little hard if you go boop, 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 but she feels soft to the touch because she has fur on her. Sometimes she's loud. Sometimes she barks. Yes. You might hear her in some of my other videos because she likes to say hello. Yes, and she's also very lovey. She likes to be lovey. All right, so that was one thing that we could describe. I'm going to move my video now so you can see maybe just me. And I brought another thing to describe. We're going to talk about fish in the ocean. And so I brought this fish with me. It kind of looks like a Nemo fish. Do you see that? What are some words that we could use to describe this Nemo fish? So I think he actually is kind of big, right? He's kind of round. His eyes are definitely round. And he's soft. We could talk about he has stripes. Maybe he's orange and black and white. So yeah, there's lots of things that we could use to describe this Nemo fish. So we've talked before about my beads, so when we're doing things, we talk about green, group, blue, do, what does it look like? So a lot of these describing words are words that we use when we describe what does it look like. We talk about size, we sometimes talk about color, we sometimes talk about whether it's hard or soft. Those should be common concepts that you guys should be familiar with since we do that when we do show and tell. So I actually have some pictures. I brought these from school that I had made that kind of go along with the ocean theme. And we're going to see, hopefully I can get them on the recording okay, so that you can see what they are. And they're kind of opposites. So first one, I have this. And it's a bucket. What do you think about that bucket? How could you describe that bucket? You think in your head, and then I'll show you the other one. Ah, do you see the difference between those two buckets? So hopefully you saw a difference. If you said this one is full and this one is empty. You're right. Those are good describing words. Full and empty. Okay, this is what I think is called a clam. And let's see. This one's kind of tricky, but it's a good ocean one. So look, can you see what they did there? That one is, I'll help you out with this one. That one is open. So if that one's open, take a look at this one. This one is closed. You're right. So we have open and closed. Okay, now I have a turtle. What do we know about turtles on land? You see that turtle? He's kind of hard to see. He's walking on the land. Turtles usually go, what's our word we use to describe turtles usually? You're right, turtles usually go slow. But did you know that sea turtles in the water, look at this guy. Let's see if I can get it so you can see him. I don't think he's swimming slowly. How do you think he's swimming? Right, he can be swimming fast. Good job. He is swimming fast. Okay, now I have kind of a creepy picture of a jellyfish. Okay, you see it? Some people think they're beautiful. Maybe this is a pretty picture. Okay, and look at his, I think they call him tentacles. Look, they are so, yep, I would say long. His are really long. But this one, these are really, can you see? What would be the opposite of long? Long and short. Right, you got it. Okay, I have a few more. Let's see. This one's kind of tricky to tell in a picture probably, but I want to see if we can get it. Okay, so this shark is actually at the, you're right, at the, what would we say? He's almost coming out of the water, so he is at the very top. Right, he is at the top. But check out this guy. He's not at the top. He's at the right. Can you see? This is the sand of the ocean floor. So he's not at the top. He's at the bottom. Good job, guys. Ooh, this one is, we could talk about how the starfish might feel. And just as a spoiler alert, feel is going to be your power word for later in the week. Oh, there's Janie being loud. I told you she was loud sometimes. Probably means there's another dog walking by that she wants to say hello to. Okay, let's keep trying to do our thing. Okay, so here's the starfish. And I think that starfish, pretend if we touched that starfish, how do you think it would feel? I'll give you the words. Do you think it'd be smooth or bumpy? I think this one would be pretty smooth because look at this guy. Woo! This guy would be bumpy. Do you see all those spikes on that starfish? He would be very bumpy. So smooth and bumpy. Okay, let's see what else I have. Ooh, this one. This is about different kinds of oceans that we might see. So this ocean, I see some, you know what that is? Snow or ice? How do you think it would feel if we were there? Would we be in shorts and a tank top? I don't think so. Probably in long pants and a sweatshirt because it would feel cold. You're right. But look at this one. This is where I want to be. This one doesn't look cold. That place looks like it would be very warm or hot. Good job, guys. Okay, I have a couple more. Okay. Actually, I think this is going to be our last set of these fish. Here I have some fish. And these are kind of opposites too. So we might say this fish, what color? We could say it's white or it's also a light colored fish. But this guy, what color is he? All right, I think he's black or dark. He is a dark fish. Good job. So I just want you guys to practice and think about some describing words. So maybe you could find something fun around the house that you could describe. Maybe you could think of 3 adjectives about you. Maybe you're happy and active. You could send some adjectives to me. So adjectives is just a fancy word for describing words. So we're just going to work on expanding our vocabulary by describing things, talking about how it might look, how it might feel, what size it is, all kinds of good words like that. So I hope this helps. Sorry, Janie was being loud in part of the video. Hopefully we can still hear it all. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.